my favorite mink lashes. Like, we are going on vacation! I don't think I'm gonna tell y'all where we're going yet. It'll be a surprise. It's somewhere tropical, somewhere where I need curly long hair. But good morning. This is my very first maintenance vlog. I've literally wanted to do these ever since I discovered them on YouTube, and I'm so happy to be able to be doing them myself now. Here's the deal. I'm running a little bit late for my nail appointment. It's supposed to be at 9:30, and I want to stop for some, not coffee, but maybe like a flavored spritzer or something. I don't know. I need something to carry with me. So in this vlog, we're going to be doing nails. I'm going to be redoing the front half of my hair. After I'm done with my nails, I think I'm going to head to the beauty supply store. You know, my favorite store, honestly. I go in there for one thing and I always leave with like at least 3 other things. So we'll see how that goes. Vacation prep maintenance vlog, start now. Okay guys, so I got my Dunkin' drink. This is called like a very berry sparked energy drink. Instead of a coffee, I wanted like some type of energy drink / soda. But I'm here for my appointment finally. You guys, my nails are done. I'm back home from running my errands. I had to pick up some other things. But y'all, look at these nails. Excuse me. This nail salon that I go to, I've been going to since I was in college, like as an undergrad. And they always deliver. Like any inspiration that I bring to them, they always are able to replicate. So shout out to them. I'll have their Insta handle in the description. But wow, Cindy, you devoured with this set, and I love the length of it and like the sharp square design, you know. I'm just so into it, especially for vacation, so now I can do stuff, swim, get my hair on my face, have my nails be all cute. I need to tint my eyebrows, and then I need to fix my hair again. I kind of mentioned it at the beginning of the video, but I just want to make sure that my hair is like all fresh for this upcoming trip. Y'all have missed a lot, but this is a cute little new patio set that I got my mom for Mother's Day. Please ignore everything else in the back, but it came with like this 2-seater that I'm on now, this little desk, and this chair, another chair that's matching. Y'all will never guess where I got it from. TikTok shop. Isn't that crazy that TikTok shop has actual furniture, like patio furniture, and a whole bunch of other stuff too? I'm like, damn, is this Amazon 2.0? But yeah, I need to give y'all a haul of what I got from the beauty supply store. I know I said I was only going to get a few things. Tell me how I ended up spending $30. I went there for maybe the necessities like lashes and lip gloss, but I left with much more. Maybe I do have a problem. Hey y'all, we are now in my room. I wanted to show y'all a haul of what I got from the beauty supply store. I got some more of these powder puffs. I really like them for, I guess, sort of like contouring my nose, like reverse contouring my nose. I think it does really great for that. In terms of powdering my entire face though, I do prefer the bottom of my beauty blender, or I'll use like a big fluffy brush to just like, you know, get the final set. But this is precise and perfect for like the size of your nose contour. Like, these are my favorite mink lashes like ever of all time. When I discovered these, I was not able to go back, like honestly. In the style number 1, this is my favorite like wispy dramatic lash. Like, it just gives me the fluffiness that I want. It almost looks like lash extensions, but not, I guess. It depends on how you wear it. Like, if you cut it up and put it underneath your eyes, you could use it as to make it look like lash extensions, but I do prefer the strip lash effect when I use these. The second pair I got is Luxury Mink in the style 4. I also love that it has the spaces in between, because it almost gives me like an anime eye, I guess. These are not 30 millimeters, these are 20. So they are super long, but I am a long lash girl anyways. I use my lash curler to really get it like curled up there, so then it's not as long because it's curled. That's how the math in my head works. These are the best lashes, so I have to get a brand new pair for vacation. Onto the lip pencils that I got. Recently, I went to try out the NYX liner that I've been hearing everyone raving about. This is in the color Espresso. Works really well. Not my favorite color though, so I'm excited to try these. This is actually the same brand that I get my lip gloss from. If you know, you know. I trust this brand. This is called NK Makeup from the beauty supply store. And this specific shade is in the color Dark Brown. Like, I feel like that's a good brown for like an everyday for me. And I got the lip pencil in another color. This is in the color Coffee. I believe this one is supposed to be like lighter than the other color. So there's like a similarity, but there's definitely a difference. This one almost feels like it's a little bit grayer or like more muted. But I just wanted a variety, and these were literally $1. These were all $1. My favorite lip gloss of all time from the beauty supply store. This is just regular clear old lip gloss. I always keep it in my purse in case I want to look, you know, a little bit more presentable. I feel like it elevates my look. I wanted to try out this Kiss Professional lipstick. This is in the shade number 6. I feel like this one, I think it might be in the shade Ruby Red. So there were 2 different red shades, but I wanted one that was a little bit closer to brown because, you know, sometimes red can be a little scary. But I haven't had lipstick, like a red lipstick like this, in a minute, so I'm excited. And that is all that I had from my haul. My favorite thing about this hairstyle is that it's made up completely of Kanekalon hair. So I have this 3-pack, it's 72 inches long. I ended up not using, I bought like 3 packs of hair. I ended up not using all of them. I still have some left over, but it was incredibly affordable, y'all. And it lasted forever. I also used this wavy hair, curly hair pieces. I added them a little bit to each twist so that I could create like that full effect of curly hair. These duck clips came in so handy just to keep my hair out of my face while I twisted, especially in the back. This is a continuous mist spray bottle. I also used some foaming mousse to set my hair into the twist, and then some braiding gel. Okay, so to get started, I'm actually applying some water into my hair. I find that my hair works better when it's a little bit wet, and then I start combing out the root of the hair before I put the foaming mousse inside. The foaming mousse will really help the hair set after you twist it so that your hair doesn't come out. And y'all, I recently learned how to fully braid my hair. So this is me going crazy with the knowledge that I now have. Like, I'm actually unstoppable. I personally think it's easier to watch how I braid my hair instead of me literally explaining it, but I am wrapping the Kanekalon hair around my hair before I start. I braid down at least 4 like plaits, I guess, before I start twisting the hair. And then I slowly start incorporating smaller pieces of hair just to make sure it's the right size throughout the braid. So it starts off kind of small at the top because I want them to lay flat, and then I thicken them up by adding those pieces of hair. When I start twisting the hair, I am literally twisting it around each finger before twisting it around the 2 strands. For the curly pieces, I basically do the same thing that I do when I feed in the smaller sections of hair, but you want to make sure that the size that you feed it into are like asymmetrical, so one side is pretty short, and I'd say that as soon as the shorter side is twisted in, you just sort of leave out the longer piece and then continue to twist all the way down. You can add as many pieces of curly hair as you want. I used around 2 to 3 for each strand, but I also use mousse to help set that curly hair into the twisted Kanekalon. Once you reach the end of the hair, I take out a short, tiny little piece of the Kanekalon hair and I wrap it around the twist and then tie it like through the middle. This is how my mom taught me how to tie the ends of hair. I know there are multiple ways to do it. You can also use super glue, but whatever stays for you. And this is the final look. My boxes are not perfect, but I feel like that adds to the style, honestly, and that's kind of what I was going for, was that more relaxed look with like the boho style, the curly braids coming out. I love it so much. This is what the ends look like. They're pretty straight. So the next part now is to curl them. I use this small blue roller set that you can find at the beauty supply store. I'm not sure what size those are, but I start off by clipping away the curly hair pieces from each twist, and then I will go in with the roller set, roll them up, and then set them in hot water. The longer you let the rollers set, the longer your curls will last, honestly, so don't be afraid to leave them in overnight if you really want to. But afterwards you get these juicy, bouncy curls. Like, I'm obsessed with them, and I feel like they just add another layer to the style. I'm gonna finish off by using my olive oil sheen setting spray. Shout out to my aunt, she put me onto this. But I already sprayed this off camera. I didn't want to like spray it all over my room. Another thing, this style is so light, like even after I would go into the water with this hair, it would still feel pretty light. My ponytail stayed up, the curls were still popping. Like, this is definitely my #1 go-to vacation style from now on, and it's so cute. You can do so many different styles with it, a side part baddie, a middle part baddie. Alright, so this is what we're working with. I honestly dye my brows on a bi-weekly basis now, using this Just for Men mustache and beard in the color dark brown. I start off by taking a little spoolie and brushing out my brows because it does dye your brow hair, but then it also dyes the skin, so you just want to make sure that your brows are fully exposed. I use this angled brush to help me put on the dye, and then I use petroleum jelly, you can use Vaseline, to surround my eyebrows where I don't want the dye to go, and I use Q-tips to put that petroleum jelly on. This is what comes inside of the Just for Men mustache and beard dye, so it comes with the developer, I believe, and the color base. You have equal parts, so that's what I'm doing here. You don't need a lot for your eyebrows, honestly, so I've made my one little tube last forever. So basically, you want to use the petroleum jelly to create a border around the areas that you don't want your eyebrows to dye. Usually when I put the dye on, I'll go in and clean around the eyebrow once I have the dye on, just so I have the correct shape. And I usually let it sit for like 5 minutes or so it starts to get a little bit darker. This also helps me with my placement so I can actually see where the dye is going, and it depends on how long you want to keep it on, for like how dark you want your brows to be. But this is my final look with my brows before I clean them up, actually. And then I will go in with a Q-tip, just going around the underneath of my brow and the top, just making sure that my shape is where I want it. I also use this time to wipe away the excess Vaseline, like in the front of my brows, before leaving it to dye for about 15 minutes. So I wipe off the dye with like a damp paper towel. Please don't press too hard on your skin, it's not necessary. But after I'm done wiping it off, I will go and wash my face so that we can see the final results. And this is the final look. So they do start off kind of dark, but then over time, as you wash them, they will lighten up. I do want my eyebrows darker to go with this style. I love the way they look. I love their shape. You can also always clean up your brows with like a little bit of concealer if you messed up, but I love this method of dyeing my eyebrows. I filmed this video the night before my vacation, so we're doing some nighttime skincare routine. I'm starting with Niacinamide Serum by Good Molecules. I love this thing. I've been using it for months now, but I will just put it like over each cheek, on my forehead, and then also on my chin, and then rub and massage it in. After letting that absorb into my skin for a minute or two, I will go in with the Brightening Serum by Good Molecules. I want to wake up shiny, ready for vacation tomorrow, so I make sure to layer this on top. I'm finishing off my skincare with some moisturizing lotion. I'm not sure if this one's for your face or body, but I like the way the formula is pretty light. This is the last step, y'all, I promise, but I'm going in with my Mario Badescu facial spray. This is the aloe, chamomile, and lavender. I love the way this smells, and I feel like it prepares me for bed. It's time to sleep. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next vlog.